Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So, a couple of things going on at the moment, and I think there was a question over the weekend around, is this a cup and handle? So, very true. There is your cup, there is your handle, or alternatively, you can look at it as a inverse head and shoulders. Here's a double shoulder, yeah, double left shoulder. Then you have this double head, and then you have the right shoulder here. So I think the important thing to understand, it depends which way you want to draw the neckline. For me, the neckline is right over here, where price is at the moment. We've broken through it. We're now looking for a retest of that to validate this pattern. What it could be from a bullish perspective, obviously, is it could turn out to be a range as well. But if we just drop down to the weekly, and remember we spoke about this tweezer bottom earlier last month, and we got the confirmation bar. But that tweezer bottom with an inverse head and shoulders set up at the moment, I think that is a pretty bullish pattern with the crossover of your oscillators here. The only negative thing we have here is that we have a crossover of the moving averages, and we're below the 155. There is a bit of a gap to the upside, so I suspect that is what we're going to aim for. And I'm just picking up this previous swing high here because that was rejection. We didn't really find support here. I suppose you could argue that was support, but it's a little bit of a close below it. And then if you come back here, there's no real structure around that. So that lines up with the 155. So that's the area to be paying attention to for continuation, or alternatively pullback. So if it is a head and shoulders and it gets validated, what you're looking for is a move something like that, and that gives me not much structure at that level. There's quite a bit going on here, but I would prefer to tag one of these areas up here. So anyway, that's kind of the bigger outlook here, being a head and shoulders potential break, and that is your measured move right up there. So if you just come down to the 8 hour, you'll see these tails here. That would make the most sense. That would be what you'd be looking for. So let's just get down to the lower time frames, because I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. So firstly, the 3 hour, we've got oscillators group to the upside. Don't really want to be jumping in long on the 3 hour at the moment. And what 3 hours indicating to me is that I need to be paying attention to one of these tails here for a pullback. But we have had a pullback here late last week. So just drop down to the hour, and you'll see there was a support that we found on Friday. So we dropped down here, found some support, and then rallied. So for all intents and purposes, this level that we're talking about here at 134.39. So 134.39 is the one to be paying attention to. So look at the oscillators starting to head to the downside quite nicely, possibly starting to form some diversions from the previous swing low. So that is the area that we want to be paying attention to. And why we are down 91 points, almost 0.67%, anyone's guess, but that's kind of the nature of our beast. Look at the previous swing high here. Previous swing high, we're back in that bit of structure. That is pretty important. We've tested these three pretty much with that area there, which was on Friday. So I would be cautious, but be paying attention to this zone. Wait for the European Open. Don't try and jump in on this. There is a little bit of structure a little bit lower down. And where did my level go? Let's just put it back in. So there is a little bit more structure here. Okay, that is at 13,398. So 13,400 is some pretty decent structure. Look at the 50-minute oscillators at the moment. I'm pretty sure that this is the area that is going to be respected. So wait for the European Open. You're looking at 13,439. You're looking at 13,398 or 1,400. If you start finding support here, definitely an opportunity to start buying into it. If we start breaking back below 13,345 and we sort of retest that, then you're probably heading to something in the area of this. And that is 13,253. So for now, trend is up on the hour. That's the direction you want to be trading in. On the higher time frames, there is a crossover the moving averages. We're above the 155. You're looking for a pullback into this area here. So again, same scenario here on the 8 hour, 13,345, 13,400. That's the zone to be paying attention to. If price gets back in here, we start finding some support, then we're looking for a continuation up. And that would validate this cup and handle or inverse head and shoulders. And you'd be looking to close this gap first. So just get there. So 13,797 and then 13,800, obviously being a round number, would be your next level. So that's kind of my view at the moment. I'm looking for structure, buying off the structure for a continuation to the upside. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.